underway here. Feeling good energy today.
Ohar walking down the side. In front, they score! Jung-Sung Kim to the goal, they score!
Now Tyler McGregor scores for Canada!
Jones walking right in, waits, shoots, scores! He's got Lee going to the net, he scores! Proving once again, he's so dominant, showing the world why they're number one.
The wait is finally over. Day one of the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Pool A World Championships coming to you live from the Wynn Sport Arena as we get set for game number one. Welcome you inside the broadcast booth. My name is Zach Marks. Please be joined by my broadcast partner, Dave Dawson. And Dave, a matchup we've never seen before at any level here in Para Ice Hockey. The United States, the defending gold medalists, taking on Team Slovakia.
A lot of intrigue to this one, Zach. I think many can look at Team USA, perennial powerhouse when it comes to para hockey, three-time defending world champions. In fact, they played in the championship game every game back to 2008. And since the turn of the century, they've medaled in almost every tournament. So definitely a favorite. And for Slovakia, they got their hands full today. But why don't we start with Team USA? Best place to start right there. And Declan Farmer. He's a guy that if you followed para hockey at all on the world stage, Declan Farmer can do it all. He has 170 goals all time. He is an elite level player. And chatting with head coach David Hoff before the game, I said, David, who's your most competitive guy? He said Declan leads the charge. He's the guy at the top of the echelon that all the players want to benchmark themselves to, and statistically he's there. And of course, you want him to be statistically, and you want him to be your emotional leader as well.
Now looking over at Team Slovakia, coming over from Pool B, finishing second in the 2023 World Championship. What are you expecting out of them?
Yeah, for Team Slovakia, they're a group with a lot of intrigue. I think that they have a bit of a shortened roster coming here with 11 players. They'll dress 10 today. And Miroslav Stashak is a guy that I really think is probably going to have some pressure on his back if they're going to want to have a great performance today. 11 goals and 21 points at the Worlds in Kazakhstan in October in a tournament, Zach, that Slovakia dominated them in Japan in the Group B championship. They only lost one game. It was in a shootout to Team Japan. Slovakia had a great showing there, and I think Stashak, he'll be the guy, number 7, to wear a lot of the, I don't say pressure on his shoulders, but he's the guy that you want to perform at a high level.
As we take a look there at the game officials for today, referees Jay Vanek with the linesman of P. Blazik out of Czechia and A. London out of Sweden. A little bit different from the traditional ice hockey, just the one official with the two linesmen as opposed to the 2-and-2 setup in traditional hockey, but para hockey ready to get underway here. A great week, what should be coming up here in Calgary.
Yeah, so in stand-up hockey, you generally see the two officials, but the para hockey, if you're new to it, it's a bit of a different brand, and a grouping of 8 countries here in the World Championship happened last year in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, this year at the Mark and McPhail Center and the 4 Arena facility as we have a look at Team USA, or Team Slovakia, making their way onto the ice. And as we did mention, Zach off the open, they're 4-0-1 at the Worlds. They opened the tournament out in October in Kazakhstan. A 10-1 win against the host Kazakhstan, where they outshot them 21-1. So they come with some offensive prowess as well. Where on Team USA, a group that has been known to put pucks in the net, at the net, and everywhere around the net. They like to possess it. They're aggressive, and they're going to try to wear you down, exhaust you, and I think if you're the opponent of Team USA, try and get the puck from their stick is going to be a pretty tough challenge. But for Team USA themselves, such a benchmark, an incredible group of gentlemen as well, a lot of great stories. And if you're new to the para hockey program, stories are what it's all about. Incredible people behind this sport, and incredible warriors and athletes. And it takes a lot of skill to do what these people do at an elite level, and we're looking forward to seeing game number 1 of the 2024 Worlds. So we'll go in-house to our public address announcer.
Two teams ready to go here on day number 1 as we open up the tournament here this morning. Appreciate you tuning in on hockeycanada.ca for this one as we get set for starting goaltenders. Dave, who's Slovakia going with?
Yeah, between the pipes, looks like they're going to be heading to number 18, Edward Lepacek. And in 3 games of the 2023 Worlds, he was 2-0. A .64 goals against, 866 save percentage. Had a pair of shutouts as well in that tournament for Team Slovakia. And this is the first meeting between these two countries in international play.
As Team USA, they turn to the veteran, Jen Lee, a 4-0 record at last year's World Championship with a .82 goals against average and a .903 save percentage, just the lone shutout, but helped backstop Team USA to the 3rd consecutive gold medal in the country, and that sets a record in the World Championships, 3 consecutive.
And for career stats as well, Zach, for Jen Lee, 53 games played.
As we get a look there at the head coach for Team Slovakia, that's Ivan Richko. And behind the bench for the Slovakian squad. And over to Team USA, they are directed by David Hoff. Had the pleasure of speaking with both coaches before puck drop here today, and both expect a strong first game out of their respective groups.
David Hoff, David Hoff, just again an incredible chat with him before, and he's been behind the bench he's got 4 Olympic gold medals, so he knows a thing or two about winning at this level, Zach, and just developing players. I asked him, I said, David, you come into these tournaments, you're known as somewhat the favorite for these events. What's your sense of success and accomplishment? And he said, Dave, to me it's all about raising the level of compete continually. You don't want to go into lethargy. You don't want to have expectation that you're going to win. That's not the way people continually compete and do it at an elite level. You want to raise the bar every single tournament you go to. So for David Hoff, a little bit more about their battle drills that they had starting out things for this tournament.
As Kevin McKee gets set to take this draw against Miroslav Stashik, and we are underway. Slovakia control off the opening face-off. Puck is played ahead, intercepted there by Jack Wallace. Expect him to play a big role on the back end for Team USA as the captain controls and gives it over to number 8. Played up the wall for McKee. It's bouncing around at the blue line before being fired in by Team USA. David Eustace after quickly for the Americans. Battle in that far wall here. 15-minute period in World Para Play as that puck lodged in the corner. Travis Dodson pulled it free momentarily, but Slovakia able to take over once more. Push to the blue line, and Wallace able to hold that in. Back down low after it is Ferencik. Fanning on the clearing attempt there was the Slovakian Wesherik. As now the United States control Pauls. He's collided with there by Stashik, and the puck cleared out to center by Team Slovakia.
So Zach, this is what you're going to see Team USA do really well. Hold that thought.
Declan Farmer right in, takes a shot, stopped by Lepacek. Now a centering feed jumped over the stick of Malik Jones. As now Slovakia controlling again, trying to get out to center. Well done there by Nichols to hold it in. Farmer down low. Looking for a pass in front, holds on that right hand, turns away from all 3 Slovakian skaters, bouncing puck on goal, and that one ends up on the near side wall, collected quickly there by Wojciech, and it's fired down the ice by Slovakia, and that will be an early icing call.
And this is what you're going to see Team USA do well. If you're fairly new to the sport at Para, Declan Farmer, he's going to bring the puck in, he's going to fire it on net, and he's going to exhaust you. Team USA, a puck control group. Teams that have played against them over the years that I've watched, this is how you exhaust an opponent. It's exhausting to constantly be chasing the puck all the time, and for groups that are playing against Team USA, the trick being to keep the puck off of their stick and possess it on your own.
The face-off to the right of the Slovakian goals, collected by Team USA, and Malik Jones has it down low. Jones drops it to Farmer, too far in front of number 16, as Noah Grove will pinch down to collect. Grove into the corner for Jones. And USA doing a great job controlling play here so far. Pass in front for Jones. He can't get a shot away as Douglas will feed it right back and gets it back. Nice give and go there with Nichols. Now the pass for Declan Farmer collected. He's watched by a pair of Slovakian skaters. Cuts right into the middle. Farmer couldn't push it onto his left hand. And the puck finds its way to the line, where racing in to keep it in is Josh Pauls, the captain of this American squad. Lost it to Stashik. And Team USA will look to come again. Right in comes Wallace, down the left-hand side. Wallace cuts the middle, shoots. Put it just wide, and that'll rim all the way out to center.
Jack Wallace is a guy that's going to drive wide often. He's got great hands, a great nose for the net. He likes to play try and pick top shelf as well. And again, Team USA, puck possession. Slovakia hasn't even had it yet.
The other thing you're going to notice with this Team USA squad is they are quick. One of the fastest units in this tournament, as you'll see throughout this week. After it quickly is Brody Roybal, his first shift of the game. Navigates at the line, makes some moves, still with possession is Roybal, feeds it down low, and that one will roll in behind the net. Centering feed right out in front. Mashevitz has it down low, tried feeding Roybal in front, went off a body, and ends up going back to the line for Pauls. Pauls pushes it for Wallace, who's snuck in down low again, passes in front, right on goal, and that one somehow stays out. Not sure if that hit the goaltender or that might have been Halinka in front who prevented that puck from crossing the goal line. All Team USA early on. Roybal will flip it ahead for who else but Jack Wallace. I feel like I've said his name about 1,000 times already.
And you will throughout the tournament.
4 minutes into this period.
Yep.
As a pass in front, it's Wallace, a shot, and that is stopped. And the rebound in the slot. Eustace shoots, he scores! David Eustace opens the scoring for Team USA.
And that's exactly what wearing down a team will create for opportunities, as David Eustace, his 13th international goal, right on the doorstep, puts one top shelf. Jack Wallace did all the work, Zach, and Jack again will be that player. No, I don't want to call him underrated, but a lot of the offense is going to go through your Brody Roybal, your Declan Farmer. Wallace grinds you down, wears you, exhausts you, where Wallace gets the first shot, puck right there for Eustace, can't clear it, wide open net, no mistake for 37. It's 1-0 Team USA.
Eustace opened the scoring in the April series against Team Canada in game number 1 back right here. In fact, just a little over a month ago. And he opens the scoring here in the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships.
Team USA, Zach, 15 wins in a row, I should mention as well, coming out through that tournament. The one as well in North Dakota. And of course,
Grove dishes off right in front. Oh, that one just slid wide by Travis Dodson. Sorry to interrupt you there, partner.
That's a good spot to interrupt me.
Dodson's got it again at the blue line. Feeds it down low for the goal scorer. Eustace right in, slides it across, and that one tapped just wide by the pinching Noah Grove. Now Kevin McKee's got it. McKee working at the top of the zone. Nice move, dishes off, just too far in front of Eustace. Off the bench comes Nichols. You could hear there, I got it. Let his teammate know where he was. Puck trapped now in behind. Pulling it free is Eustace. He's at the end of a long shift, and that will allow Slovakia to take over. Stashik with possession. Flipped ahead and back out to neutral ice as Nichols will skate it right back in. Drops off for Malik Jones. Jones navigating. He's in. He puts it back door, and that one put just wide by Evan Nichols. Now in front, a shot. That one bounces away from the stick of Douglas. As that will push to the line again, kept in by Team USA. A pass in front for Farmer. He shoots, he scores! Declan Farmer's on the board, and the United States have a 2-0 lead.
More puck possession. All the pressure going below the goal line or the hash marks, the face-off circles. Team USA has Slovakia on their heels. A great shift by Malik Jones' line, and out comes Declan Farmer. Right hand, left hand, no mistake, top shelf. There's 171 goals now for our isolated player to start the tournament, and Team USA, Zach, 5 minutes in, is up 2-0.
And frankly, partner, I'm not sure I've seen the puck cross the red line yet. Team USA dominant early. There was an icing call. I should say they haven't crossed it with possession yet, I should say. 5 minutes gone here in the opening frame, and Slovakia will flip that down the ice wide of Jen Lee's goal, and that'll be another icing call against Team Slovakia.
Shots are 11-0 right now in favor of Team USA as they continually. This is what I've seen them do going back. I've been following para hockey all the way back to the 2015 year. And listen, they continually do these things. Well, wear you down and not give you any opportunities to execute your game plan. You're always playing backwards instead of forwards.
Wallace controls off the face-off. Tried sliding it in front. Farmer's going to race onto it. Farmer with time and space. His shot is blocked by Wojciech. Now Wallace again, almost like he's playing right wing whenever he's out there, despite being listed as a defenseman. Pauls is going to get pushed to the blue line. Well done to keep it in. Now it pops free. And the U.S. will have to check back in. Brought in. That is offside against the United States, as that will bring us to the first immediate timeout of the day. 2-0 the United States lead it. 9:28 to go here in the first period of game one. And we are right back. Apologies for that. Noah Grove will flip it in down low as it'll roll all the way around to Wojciech on that far side. Push down low. Musselman will take over for Team USA. Number 14 working in the corner. Checked closely there by Corman. And he'll just swing it around to Mashevitz on the far side. Mashevitz tied up, but comes away with the puck. Dishes off for Roybal. Always dangerous is number 4. His shot stopped there in front by Lepacek. And now a cover-up and some little extracurriculars, but nothing untowards there.
That's great. That's Cody Roybal from North Carolina. Now we go to the media timeout.
Now we'll step aside. Still 2-0 for Team USA. 8:57 to go in period number 1.
Yeah, I literally. If he's on the ice, well, no, he's not. Okay, let's go with Slovakia number. Oh, he's not there. Never mind. It's the lines now. And pick anybody. And between the pipes today, we talked about Lepacek. He's going to have a heavy workflow going his way, expected. And so far, he's already faced 11 shots.
And Grove will add one here as it's snagged by the glove of Lepacek. Now 12 shots already for Team USA, and we're not even at the halfway point of this first period, so.
Well, and the funny thing about the conversation when we talked before the game with head coach Ivan Hrichko, so what's the game plan today? Said, we have a plan, but we can't tell you the plan.
Something tells me this isn't quite the game plan.
Yeah, I don't think this is the plan they had in mind.
As waved out of the face-off here is going to be Mashevitz, so then Musselman will come in to take it for the United States, and he wins it right to Mashevitz. Pulled back, Roybal will collect at the blue line. Roybal, a long shot, that hit a body in front, and that will allow Ligda to nearly clear the zone. USA again with possession. Roybal tried to flip that to himself, but caught an awkward piece of his own stick. And will now just have to fire it in. Peels off on a line change here. Slovakia with a little bit of time to breathe inside their own zone. Swung around, Wojciech with possession down low, and he's quickly closed off by Christopher Douglas. Ligda comes away with that puck, flips it into open space. Corman couldn't clear, and Eustace will send that back down low. Kevin McKee after it quickly, has it tied on the half wall. Centers for Eustace. That hit his teammate right in the chest before popping free. Now it's in the corner and is collected by Wojciech. Pushed ahead. Cherik trying to go after it, but it's Josh Pauls who takes possession back for Team USA. 10-man pass for Eustace. Nice move to get around the check, but couldn't bring it into the zone. And Slovakia will push it back across the red line. Pauls ahead, and now Dodson will send that one into the zone. After it quickly are the Americans, but it's covered up by the Slovakian netminder Lepacek, who will take the whistle.
16 people you're allowed to have on your roster in para hockey. Team Slovakia here with 10 today. They'll have 11 as the tournament wears on. 10 dressed players. For Team USA, again, puck possession the story, and when you can possess the puck and you have more players to roll through the lineup at any sport, doesn't matter what it is, Zach, you know, that'll be exhausting.
Yeah. Line change always going to be interesting, especially in a sport like para hockey where zones are further away, or as the benches are. And after the end of a long shift, you never know. Jack Wallace with possession, a centering feed. That one's going to find Nichols. He puts it towards goal, blocked again by Wojciech. And now he tries to clear, stolen away by Team USA. Pushed into the open area for Farmer for Wallace. He puts it just wide, up over the left-hand side of the goal. Now Pauls pushed away and collides into the wall. Wallace held it in, left it for Pauls, who's got some room to work with. Pauls tried passing down low. That was intercepted nicely by Wojciech, and will send it well, not quite the length of the ice, but down into the United States zone. Is Slovakia with a chance to apply a little forecheck here. Stashik after it. Turic over skates, and now it will be Farmer.
Yeah, the first potential offensive sequence for Slovakia at the blue line, and again, great quick sticks, not allowing the puck to stay in the zone.
As Farmer works the speed right through, he's in, he shoots, he scores! Declan Farmer, top corner. He's got a pair, and the United States have a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, what a shot by Declan Farmer, and that's just pure fatigue, Zach. Already 7.5, we'll call it 8.5 minutes in to this opening period, and Declan Farmer just hits the accelerator and kaboom. Afterburners, no mistake, right up under the J-bar. That's a right-hand shot, cross-body, good look there. Thanks, guys. And 3-0, Team USA on there. Oh, I thought that said 11 shots. I'm looking at the wrong. That was double zeros. There's the Raptors right in between. So, but yeah, shots clearly lopsided here for Team USA.
And Farmer, 9 goals in the 2023 World Championships. He's already got 2 here today, and would not be surprised to see him add a couple more as this game goes on. Puck on the wall again, kept in, quick shot. That one will go wide of the target. Douglas kept that in, and now Slovakia able to work it out to center, courtesy of Turic. And only able to fire that into the U.S. zone. Chris Douglas will take over once more and feeds it ahead for Noah Grove. Showed in that April series here at the Winsport that he has got speed to burn, and he'll join the rush here. Gets it back, shoots, blocker save made by Lepacek. Now must have been spun around, got it back to Douglas, who fanned on a shot attempt, and now Turic able to just work it back out to center.
Yeah, the key for Slovakia is not to get in the game of just dumping it down and giving the puck back to America. Easier said than done, but I think for them, progress here, Zach. A couple of entries where USA hasn't had below the lines puck support.
Mashevitz carries into the zone. He's got room, he's got time, and he fires one into the padding of Lepacek. That one stays out and trickles onto the half wall. Stachik with a chance to clear, and he'll do just that. Grove takes over, though. Flips it down into the zone, cut off by Wojciech. And now pushed ahead. That one carried in offside. Mashevitz ahead of Dodson. And that will be a whistle with 5:10 to go here in the opening frame. And that'll take us to the immediate timeout. Declan Farmer adding on as Mashevitz coming close to making it 4. We'll step aside here from Calgary.
I'm going to be interviewing at the Intermission 66. Sorry, it's just a little, I can't hear myself at all. I'm getting late information from Dom. It's a little flustered right now, so that's a little intriguing when we do an audio check and everything's good. Then 3 minutes into the game, I can't hear myself, so. Yeah, like if I turn my input 1 up, all I hear is gnats. I can't hear myself.
Welcome back inside the Winsport Arena as we get a look there at Slavomir Ferencik. 5 goals, 6 assists in last year's tournament, but finds his team down by 3 early in game 1 against the powerhouse that is the United States of America. Slovakia controlling, and it's Frenchik who will fire that one out to center ice. Jack Wallace takes possession back for the USA. Pushed ahead, intercepted, and now potentially a rush here for Frenchik, but he is cut off quickly by Kevin McKee, and Dodson takes possession back for the Americans. Right in comes Kevin McKee. Drops it off for Wallace, passes in front. That one goes off a body and wide as Eustace was sniffing around for goal number 2. Now it's Pauls. Pauls right in on the right hand, passes across. Eustace got a shot away, but blocked en route by Wojtek and covered up for the whistle.
Yeah, it was a nice block by Wojtek. Got his body in the lane there to make sure that puck didn't get through. And for Slovakia, just collapsing around the goaltender is going to be the big thing in order to keep the puck out of the net. Is we have a nice look by Pauls there. And if you're not able to see it, you want to just play man-to-man. Wojtek got a stick down, and his sled was there in order to make sure that puck didn't cross the line.
Face off to the right of the Slovakia netminder, and it's tied up right in the dot. Eustace trying to find it, as is Dodson, along with Ligda and Corman for Slovakia. And now finally it pops free. McKee working right in. Nice cut off there by Wojtek. Grove will maintain possession for Team USA here. Still with possession is number 22, centering feed. Dodson puts it off the side of the goal and will collect it in behind the net. Dodson spins away from his check and now looks for an option. His pass in front goes off for Frenchik. And now it is McKee in the corner once more as the United States continue to come in waves here. Grove works it right in front. That was blocked en route and is eventually thrown to the blue line by Slovakia. Pushed out to center, and that pass too far ahead of Marian Ligda. U.S. able to come away with it again. Farmer, 2 goals already. Will leave here for Evan Nichols. Plenty of speed down the right-hand side. Feeds it ahead, and that'll go on to Malik Jones's stick on the far side. Slovakia playing it up ahead again. Corman gets it out to center, and now the captain will leave it right there for number 98. He'll chop it ahead, and that one will trickle right on to Jen Lee, who directs it into the corner for Farmer.
That was a good push ahead there by Ligda, going through center, going into layer 2. If he didn't see what he liked, try and create some offense. No opportunity here for Slovakia, but some positivity, Zach, to build on here as we're 12 minutes into period 1.
Farmer looking to add a little bit of positive energy to his squad, already up by 3. He's in search of what would be a natural hat trick. Instead, he passes off, but Jones fanned on the shot attempt. Farmer's got it, but he's tied up right behind the net. As that puck finally pops free, and it's Wojtek who will take over for Team Slovakia. Pushed ahead for Turek, and too far ahead of number 44.
And I think if your Team Slovakia starting the tournament off against the 3-time defending world champions, it's going to feel a little bit different. You're going to get indoctrinated into the pace, and they're weathering the storm here.
Pass in front, Wallace. Nice set of hands there. He puts it on goal. That one's fought off by Lepacek. As it's collected once more by Farmer, who has been everywhere here in period number 1. Roybal looking for his first of the tournament. That pass is behind Wallace. Pauls will race over to keep it in. Josh Pauls on his left hand here, driving around the net. And still with possession is number 27. He'll push it onto the half wall, and Musselman will overskate it before leaving for Pauls. Turek's got it in the corner, battling against Roybal. Now Pauls pops it free, and it's cleared out to center once more by Wojtek. The United States come once more. Under 2 to go here in the opening frame, and Mashevitz looking to add on to a 3-goal advantage for his team. Mashevitz with possession. Tried pushing it into the corner. No one was there, and that will allow Mikhail Halinka to take over for Slovakia. Roybal with the steal, but it's pushed out to center. Good stick there from Stashik. As Roybal forced back into his own zone, flips a pass ahead, too far in front of his teammates, and that will allow Slovakia to take over. Stolen away by Mashevitz. Musselman will work right in. Pass in front for Mashevitz. He shoots. That's over top the goal as Ben Musselman took a hit to make that play. And now Mashevitz has it again down low. Mashevitz, that's underneath Grove. He collects it. Grove will put it towards the net. It bounces off a stick and into the corner. Final minute of play here in period number 1. David Eustace navigating, thought about it. Instead has to push it out in front. He was looking for the Michigan there. Was number 37, a goal already in this game. And now he'll leave in the corner for Chris Douglas. And now pushed back out to center. And now a break here for Turek, but Dodson wins that race and takes possession back for Team USA. Dodson working right in, but that's offside as a collision right at the blue line between Dodson and Wojtek sent number 30 sprawling.
Yeah, and there's a look at the number 30, Eric Wojtek, part of the HC Studenka program. Didn't play last year in the 2023 Worlds in Kazakhstan. A couple of new faces there for Team Slovakia. They got into town on May 1st, and more on that throughout the broadcast today. Zach had a great chat with their interpreter and their coach about their experience and their first time to Canada.
Face-off won back by the Slovakians, but Eustace jumps onto that, steals it away, finds McKee in front. His shot wired just wide of the net. And now it's Wallace who had to bounce off his stick. That'll give Slovakia a chance to clear. They will do just that. It'll go the distance for an icing call with exactly 6 seconds left to go here in period number 1.
Yeah, so 3 early goals here for Team USA, and as I did mention for Team Slovakia, first time in this Group A pool in a number of years. And I think for them, having a chance, they've been in tournaments with Team USA, never played against Team USA. So I think for them, a good litmus test here, down 3, a couple early ones, but in the last 5 minutes, Zach, they've been able to weather the storm. I'm going to overuse that term a lot in this broadcast because there's no really other way to describe Team USA's ferocious wind they're going to push at you. So for Slovakia, about limiting the damage that they can do down low. For Team USA, you know, guys like number 88, Kevin McKee, you're not going to talk a lot about him statistically, potentially. They're so deep. They have so many veteran players. They're going to come at you continually, and they'll score a lot of goals.
Quick shot from Wallace, fought off there by Lepacek, and that will just about do it for the opening period. 3 goals for the United States, David Eustace, and a pair from Declan Farmer, as Team USA up 3-0 over Team Slovakia at the end of 15 minutes. We'll step aside momentarily before being joined down at ice level by Team Slovakia's Slavomir Ferenček. You're watching the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships on hockeycanada.ca.
Shots on goal in the first period. Team Slovakia 0, Slovakia 0. Team USA 4. Italy 5.
Okay, 66 is coming, which is good. Hi, Slavomir. It's Dave. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Slavomir. This is Dave. Can you hear me?
Sorry. Povedz mu, že potrebuješ
Okay, go ahead. Daj si takto. A ty máš počuť.
Hi. Yeah, this is Dave. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to be going sorry, what's your name again? You're the interpreter, right?
Yes, I'm an interpreter. Yes, Igor.
Igor.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. Excellent.
Okay, we're ready.
All right, we're going to be going on here live in 5 seconds, okay?
We're live. A ty? Čo?
All right, we are back at the Markham McPhail Center in Calgary, Alberta, Canada for the World Para Ice Hockey Championships. Team USA leading 3-0 through the opening period. Now joined by Slavomir Ferenček with the help of Igor, the interpreter. What's the opening period been like here? How would you describe the pace?
Ako by si popísal prvú tretinu?
Prvá tretina v podstate je to, čo sme očakávali. Vieme, kde je Amerika, vieme, že najlepší hokej na svete hrá. My môžeme dať len do toho srdiečko a niečo skúsiť.
Okay, it was what we were expecting, and we're hoping for we can get anything but the heart, and we hope for a good result.
Well, it's safe to say in the last 5 minutes of the period, USA didn't score as much, and you had a few more opportunities to get the puck out of the zone. Is that something you can use to improve on into the second period?
Že sa im nepodarilo veľa skórovať, mali veľa šancí, ale neskórovali, že myslím, že to je šanca, ako sa dostať ďalej.
Určite áno, to, že neskorujú zatiaľ, tak to je len prospech nás a verím, že to lepšie nebude.
Okay, that they don't score that much, it can be our advantage. So we hope that there won't be any more goals.
Slavomir and Igor, both appreciate your time. Thanks so much, and
Okay.
good
Thank
luck
you.
the rest of the day today. All right, we'll step aside. 3-0 USA leads. We'll be back to Calgary.
back to the ice. Team Slovakia and Team USA.
Winsport Arena. Welcome back inside the Winsport Arena here in Calgary, Alberta. After one period of play, the Team USA leads Team Slovakia 3-0. Dave, what'd you see in that opening period?
Yeah, well, what we I think expected when it comes to the three-time defending world champions, Team USA. Pucks at the net, puck pressure, a lot of congestion around in front of the 4x6. That's what Team USA wants to do in para hockey. If you compare it to stand-up hockey, you want to get traffic in front of the net and then point shots through. For para hockey, you want to congest the front because it puts you going reverse. And it's a lot harder to go reverse in para. You have to turn your sled and move around. So if Team USA can accelerate at you, put pressure on you, force you to pick up rebounds, they can do things like that. Declan Farmer, a pair of goals. What a great set of hands on number 16, and they lead 3-rip through the opening period.
Yeah, and as you mentioned there, Dave, a pair of goals for Declan Farmer. It was David Eustace who got things started from Jack Wallace, and then Farmer with the first of two in the period. Malik Jones picking up an assist, as well as Evan Nichols, and then Malik Jones picking up his second assist of the tournament on Farmer's second of the tournament.
And there is Declan Farmer on the bench, 170 international goals coming into the tournament in 140 games played. 301 points, Zach. You got to call that 300th point, I think, back in April in that event right here at the Mark and McPhail Center in the 4-arena facility at Calgary Olympic Park. If you remember the Olympics back in the day, that's where this whole facility, essentially this area, built in. And we're ready for period 2.
As Team USA with control off that opening puck drop, and it's the captain, Josh Pauls, once more flips it ahead into the path of Jack Wallace. Wallace will break in down that far left-hand side. As Team USA going left to right on your screens at home here in this second period. As bouncing puck will find its way out to center. David Eustace back to collect for Team USA. Pushed ahead for Travis Dodson. He'll make a move around the outside. Dodson swings it around. Wallace again playing like a left wing here. Almost like a fourth forward, or maybe even a rover if you'll take it back to about, 1910. In stand-up hockey. Eustace with possession again, dishes off as Farmer will find Wallace at the blue line. Nice move there to get around one. Farmer with time and space, and he flicks one over top of the goal. Wallace has done just about everything except find the back of the net so far in this one, as Malik Jones has control on that far side. Still looking for an option. Here's number 19, flips it across, and on goal they score! It's Evan Nichols. The backdoor feed from Malik Jones finished off, and Team USA has a 4-goal lead.
Zach, you mentioned Jack Wallace has done about everything except score. Jack Wallace does that. He'll wear you down, and the following shift comes out, and they get a goal. We saw that in period 1. Malik Jones, and what a feed from the left side to the right side. I've had something sitting on him that I've wanted to talk about for the opening period. Number 19, Jones. What a feed. Nichols right on the doorstep, pops it home, and for Nichols, that's his 12th international competition tally.
Nichols had time. He fanned on that in the first attempt, but had enough time and the wherewithal to stay with it and force that home, adding on to his group's lead. Malik Jones now with 3 assists and nearly added a 4th there as Farmer was looking for his hat trick. Nichols got it again, flips it into open space, intercepted. The pass was intended for Douglas, but it's kept in at the line. Nice work here from Grove. Noah Grove will go wide again, flips it in the slot. That shot fought off. Good effort there from Douglas, but again, it's Lepacek who makes the save. Here a pass intercepted by Malik Jones, who has had himself a great first game. He's without one of his sticks, but he dishes off for Farmer. Farmer, time and space, eventually ran out of both, and it's poked into the corner where Slovakia takes over. But again, that dogged forecheck for Team USA, as you mentioned, Dave, coming in waves, and Farmer's got it again. This time, feathers one just wide of the target. Grove will take possession back. Collision there. And now Grove down low for Farmer. Team USA going for a line change. Had to wait up there as the puck ended up underneath Malik Jones, who was looking to head off. There have been too many skaters there against the Americans as they battle along that far side wall.
Yeah, some confusion along the boards there. Malik Jones had him a long shift here. Just wanted to get off the ice and caught under his sled, and now all the players, a collection of 4 of them, gathered along the boards, and that's exhausting stuff, Zach. For the Slovaks, all you want to do is just center the length of the ice, and I don't think they're going to call it icing here.
They did not. That one deflected off an American stick, I believe, so that will negate the icing and allow a Slovakian breather, so to speak, especially in this second period. That long change that's brought up so often. Mashevich with a steal there. His pass couldn't find Musselman in front. But with that extra 100 feet of ice to cover to get to the bench, it's a bit harder to get the line change as that shot put wide by Wallace. And again, just missing the target is number 8.
Yeah, it doesn't do it often. Jack Wallace has 53 international goals, so he's known to be able to put the puck in the net. And he's going to do everything for you. He's going to be your, I could use a bunch of stand-up hockey comparisons, but I won't. But he's just that guy that does everything. He's your universal player. Number 8 for Blue is going to be the guy who is going to be the catalyst for great offense. He's going to play great defense as you have a look at Brody Roybal, and Wallace is streaking through center towards the blue line on the right side right now. But as the Team USA goes off on a line change, Wallace is going to be the guy to do absolutely everything for you. And he obviously didn't like the fact, Zach, that he missed the net.
I mean, he's had 3, 4, probably 5 opportunities to put one in and hasn't been able to. Of course, his team being up 4-0 probably cushions that blow a little bit. But obviously the pride there for number 8 is showing itself on his face as Dodson has possession here for Team USA off the draw. In front for Eustace, passes across, and that one directed wide by Kevin McKee. Now Slovakia with a chance to clear. That pass is behind, or too far ahead rather, of the captain, Marian Ligda. And it's Eustace who came over and took possession back. Also listed as a defenseman on this Team USA squad, but aside from Grove and Pauls, I'd say they don't exactly have positions out there for Team USA. That's how good they've been so far.
Roll everybody
here in
through.
This one.
Absolutely.
Puck on right in front of the Slovakian bench. Battle in between Palinka, and that was McKee who eventually stole the puck, got it down the ice. Icing is waved off, and as back to collect it quickly goes Ferencik, who joined us with the help of an interpreter in the first intermission. Spoke about how the pace of play was what they were expecting, and obviously not the end result of that first period that Slovakia would have wanted.
Yeah, and I think, Zach, the important thing for Team Slovakia, again, looking at this in the first matchup in history between international play between these two groups, it's about limiting the amount of damage that's going to happen. Team USA, they can run the score up. Hey, guess what? Slovakia, they can do that as well. They did it in Group B. They outscored Great Britain 18-1 in contest last year, 10-1 Kazakhstan. They have the ability to, but again, in this Pool A as opposed to Pool B, you're going to have a higher level, higher caliber opponent, and Team USA, there's none better in para hockey.
As they control the draw again here, Grove's shot is blocked en route by Ferencik. And now Grove, nice move there to control on again. Puck put on goal, nice save there by Lepacek as that one knocked out of the air by the stick of number 18.
That was an incredible stick by Lepacek, and again, the 4 goals on the board right now for the USA, not the fault of Slovakia at all.
Farmer's got possession again in the corner. 2 goals for number 16. He'll leave for Malik Jones, who lost an edge there, and that will allow Slovakia to clear to the line and out to center. Not to mention their partner team, Slovakia, 43 goals in Pool B last year and just 5 against. They're already at 4 here, so maybe not the start they would have wanted, but as mentioned, the powerhouse that is this Team USA squad as they pass in front, and that one taken away. Farmer shoots and he scores. There's the hat trick for number 16, 5-0 USA.
Yeah, for Lepacek, unfortunate situation for him. He fell into his net and he couldn't recover, and it's a difficult spot when you got Declan Farmer coming downhill on you. And number 16 is, you know, he can probably beat most goalies if you have 2 or 3 of them lined up on the goal line, let alone a goalie at his mercy. So 16 makes no mistake. And a difficult situation for Lepacek, just couldn't get his bearings and recover. And right before that, I know we're going to see it later in the broadcast today, made an incredible stick save. So Declan Farmer already a hat trick in this one, 5-0 America.
I'm not sure what the shot tally is at this point, but he's made some big-time saves, and this scoreline could easily be much higher if not for the play of Slovakia's netminder and the defensive unit as a whole. They've had a few blocked shots so far in this one. that pass is too far behind Roybal and will chase Jack Wallace back out into neutral territory. Nice pass onto the stick of Mashevitz. He'll dish off for Roybal. Head of steam right in. It's a breakaway. Roybal in. He scores. Brody Roybal, his first to the tournament, and Team USA has a 6-0 lead.
Make it look so simple, don't they? Nice little up play to Brody Roybal. Splits the knee. And he's been in alone once or twice in his career. Look at this flip from Mashevitz. What a feed. Roybal, right hand, left hand. No chance for Lepacek, and a pair of goals here in period number 2. And Team USA's rolling. They got 6.
That actually would have been a penalty against Team Slovakia had Roybal not finished that off. So would have been our first look at Team USA's special teams, but instead Roybal will take his first goal of the game, his first of the tournament as well, to make it 6-0 USA. Roybal's got possession once more, and he's going to look up ice. Another stretch feed. This one hit a pair of bodies before trickling down into the Slovakian end. Board battle ensues in the near side corner, and Ligda, the captain of the Slovakian team, battling with Musselman. Puck stolen away by Mashevitz. He's got time and space, feeds it in front. That was defended well by Marian Ligda. Now a check thrown there as the puck finds its way out into the neutral zone. Push back ahead for Roybal. Roybal with a backhand flip into the path of Mashevitz. Can he get there ahead of the icing call? Yes, he can, as 24 controls down low. Look to cut right out in front. Instead has to feed it back to Noah Grove. Grove, good edge work there, avoids a check, feeds it for Dodson. Dodson shoots. That's caught and held by Lepacek. And now a little extra pushing and shoving here.
As Mashevitz was one of the players on the ice that set that one up in 24. I've had the privilege of working in partnership with Hockey Canada for a number of events in the para game, and we'll get to that after the media timeouts.
6-0 Team USA leads after a period and just under a half. As we'll step aside from the Winsport Arena, coming back. New goalie.
And that is Griffin Lamar between the pipes. And that is Griffin Lamar between the pipes. In 14 previous appearances, he's 12-0 as a starter. A bit of a goalie change here for Team USA, and why not? Jen Lee has seen a lot of net over the years, and of course, without a shot on goal, I think counted here. We have 7 on the shot clock. I think that might just be from period number 2. It's Griffin Lamar getting a chance at some action between the pipes. Zach?
As Slovakia clearing it down the ice. We'll see if they can get a little bit more rubber onto Lamar than they did Lee. I'm not sure. They had a clearing attempt that rolled onto Lee that he deflected into the corner. Whether they counted that
a shot or not.
We're not sure, but as of yet, Team Slovakia, not a ton of work, but now they get an offensive zone draw off the icing call.
The first face-off in the O-zone for Team USA. So good potential spot here for Slovakia to do some work. And you heard the comments from Slavomir Frenchek through the interpreter Igor. He's part of the SHK Lap Zhin club program in Slovakia. So they'll need to get that offense going. And again, one of their top players not dressed today. And we'll likely see him as the tournament wears on.
That shot missed just wide off the stick of our intermission guest, Ferencik. Also close there for Team Slovakia. You know, getting a goal here against Team USA would do a ton for the confidence moving forward. Slovakia, they play tomorrow in the early game. They'll take on Team China, who are coming off the back of a 4th place finish at the last tournament.
Yeah, I think for Team Slovakia, Zach, it's important to not look at the score. You want to make some of the things, you want to know that you got better throughout the game and you consistently making progress for the next game. I think they knew coming in, you're not necessarily going to beat Team USA. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, who knows? But I think for them, as the game wears on, you get better and better. And for Slovakia, getting the puck out of your zone, that's a great place to start.
Team USA with control here. That fire in, hit the glove of Ferencik, and dropped right in front of Douglas. His pass in front for Farmer, cut off and stolen by Slovakia. And the puck finds its way back to who else? Declan Farmer. It's almost like he's got a magnet in those sticks as he'll fire one towards the net. Malik Jones deflects that just wide as Farmer again with possession. Farmer dishes down low. Grove with possession. Right back to Farmer. Farmer navigating on that far side. Good edge work there for number 16. Makes a move, but the pass too far in front of Douglas and will chase Team USA back into the neutral zone. Douglas will feather that one ahead. Jones picks it up. And plenty of speed here for number 19. 3 assists in the early going of this one as he'll feed it. That one just missing. Now the pass put through the sled of Turich. And the U.S. with possession again. Grove tied up. Puck pops free. First to it there is Nichols, but it pulled away. Farmer again finds possession. 2-on-2 here for Team USA. Farmer passes in front and Jones fans on the shot attempt. As Farmer looking to return the favor after a couple of helpers from his line mate. That pass for Roybal deflected in the path of Wallace. Instead finds its way to Jones. Right back to Jack Wallace. Number 8 down low yet again. In search of an option here. Passes across, is behind Mashevitz. And now Corman will flip that one out to center and down the ice. Icing's gonna get waved off here and Pauls will go back to collect.
Yeah, and Team USA wants to make sure that there's not going to be an icing, right? They have more skaters. They want to continue to be able to dictate the play and keep the pace up.
Flipped ahead, Musselman will take that pass. Roybal wants it, it's not gonna materialize for him, and that pass across goal finds nobody but the opposing boards. As Roybal now coming in to take possession back for Team USA, stolen by Corman. Now another battle in that far corner, popped free, Wallace holds it in, dishes off for Ben Musselman. Musselman using a little friendly fire there as the Slovakian players running into each other. And that one will be slid down the ice yet again. And there's Lamar's first touch of the puck in this one. Both goaltenders playing about half the game here in the opener. I'm sure we'll see more designated starts, so to speak, moving through this tournament, but obviously a large portion of games in just a few days for all of these squads. Roybal will work right in here, drops it off. Shot coming, pad save made by Lepacek off that attempt from Wallace. And now pass ahead for Ligda. Could be a 2-on-1 for Slovakia, but the pass did not find its way to a Slovakian stick. Dodson instead turns it back around. Musselman was heading to the bench, but he skated in ahead of Dodson, so that'll be an offside, and will step aside here from the Winsport. 6-0. Team USA leads Team Slovakia here in the second period in Calgary. Welcome back inside the Winsport Arena here in period number 2 of Game 1 of the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships. Team USA leading Team Slovakia 6-0 here late in the second period. A little over 4 to go here as that pass eludes everybody and will chase Noah Grove back into the neutral zone. Grove drops it off for McKee. McKee ahead for Dodson, touched into the path of Eustace. David Eustace right in, feeds it across. Shot on from Douglas, that got blocked in front by Ferencik, and it'll be covered up by Lepacek.
And Lepacek's had a pretty good game today, Zach, all things considering, from looking at the score as you have a look at Ferencik. As Ferencik Lepacic between the pipes has had just a great game for Slovakia today. And it's going to be easy to compare them to Team Czechia, and I want to tell that story in period number 3 because there are a lot of similarities. You know, the close and countrymen and the way that they're coached and the way that they draw the game up. And I want to get more about that in period number 3.
Noah Grove controlling here, looking to add on here late in this middle frame. Check thrown there in the corner, fought off though by Grove. He'll dish down low for McKee. McKee lost it in the official skates, and that allows Corman to fire it up the wall. Knocked down by Eustace. Centering feed, nobody there except Eric Wojtek. And that will allow Slovakia to clear off the stick of Douglas, so that will negate any icing call.
Do you see the exhaustion out of Wojtek, Zach? He literally just waited and waited and waited, took a breath, and then sent it down the ice. Maybe looking for a little bit of help from his forwards to give him some options, but that's the pure exhaustion level. And look at the conditioning difference between the two.
Nichols right in, shoots, fought off again by Lepacic. And Slovakia now will try and work it ahead. And now Weczarek, his pass across behind Halinka. And who else? Farmer finds possession. He'll skate it right back in, feeds it across. Nichols lost his right-handed stick, and that will cause some problems there in the offensive zone.
Did a good job just keeping the puck near him, though.
He did. Puck control of the utmost importance here as Wallace works right in. He'll shoot. Fought off again by Lepacic and cleared to the line. Nichols will not be able to hold that one in as it rolls out to center.
Just an incredible shoulder save by Lepacic. He's made 2 excellent saves so far in this period. One at the stick and the shoulder.
Jones will feed that down low for Farmer. Put right out in front. Paul's shot. And again, it's Lepacic making the save and holding on.
Wow. Another great save by Lepacic between the pipes. Really holding his team in it. Josh Pauls maybe got the stick, the puck off the heel of his stick. What a burst towards the net. And a nice save off of Nichols. And Lepacic again.
118 outduels the other in that instance. Nichols does have a goal already, so we'll call it one apiece between the two there. Face off.
1-0 the other guy won, right?
Face off to the right of the Slovakian net. 2:24 to play here in the second period. Face off one back to Pauls at the blue line. Pauls will dish off. Roybal looking, shooting that one just wide, and it finds its way to Jack Wallace. And another lost stick. This time it's Josh Pauls who lost his right-handed twig there. Now possession held again by Team USA. Pass in front, intercepted by Slovakia. Musselman steals it right back. He works in, looking for his first point of the tournament. 14 still with possession here. Musselman centers for Wallace, passes behind him. And now Paul's able to hold that in. Again, great edge work at the blue line to work that puck along and not have it leave the zone. Finally, Slovakia able to clear. And another tired-looking skate after here for, that is Miroslav Stashik.
Yeah, the short bench for Slovakia, again, is going to be a story. We talked about that off the opener. That was going to be the story. It has been the story and will be the story continually today for Slovakia.
And right back into the zone comes Team USA. Wallace with all sorts of room to work. He's in. He puts it off the goalpost. You can't come any closer than Jack Wallace has in this game. As now at the line, Roybal left it behind. So
guess who's got it again?
That out to center, and yeah, sure enough, it's Jack Wallace who makes a move around. Just unbelievable skill there from Wallace. His shot tipped on goal, and again, Lepacic making the save. Roybal collecting that loose puck in the corner, walking towards the net, feeds it in front just too far ahead of Wallace, and that'll chase the Americans back into neutral territory with 45 seconds to go in the middle frame.
Incredible save, Jack, there by our Zach. I'll let you talk for now.
And it was Jack Wallace. I'll
Yeah.
let you off. And he's got it again. That shot looking for a tip by Dodson just wide. And Slovakia will chop it down the ice. And that will be an icing call against Team Slovakia. And you mentioned earlier that Team USA trying to avoid those icing calls. And you almost wonder if it has to do with, you negate that icing call, Slovakia has to keep moving.
Absolutely. That has everything to do with it. And there's Doink off the crossbar, off the side of the net, the post rather. And then that puck loose right out in front. Lepacic make the save, stretching out with his left arm to make sure that Wallace and company couldn't do any more damage. And there's number 8, an incredible gentleman as well. More on him throughout the broadcast. I've had a chance to talk to him in a number of events that we've done in partnership with Hockey Canada.
That being said, I'm not sure film study is going to be something he's going to want to do after this one with the amount of chances he's had so far, as that one is again fired down the ice And another icing call against Slovakia, this one with just 8.9 to go in the middle frame.
And I think if you're Team Slovakia, you want to look at it from the perspective that starting on period 3, you want to make get an ozone face-off. Get a couple of shots on goal, get Griffin Lamar, test it a little bit. Those are the things you want to build on for them. Don't focus as much on, hey, here's everything we're doing wrong. We want to focus on the ways that we can build our game.
Face off to the right of Lepacic, won again by Team USA. They've been dominant in the face-off dot so far in this one. They'll push the puck into the corner. Slovakia will collect, and Wojtek will skate out the remaining seconds as the buzzer sounds, and Team USA will head into the second intermission with a 6-0 lead over Team Slovakia in Game 1 of the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships here in Calgary. We'll step aside before being joined by Team USA for an interview here in Game 1. Stay with us.
Hello.
Austin, can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. All right, it'll be going on here in a couple seconds. Six to nothing, Team USA leads in game number 1 of the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Now joined by Malik Jones of Team USA. And Malik, safe to say this game has been in your favor. What have you guys liked the most about what you've been able to accomplish today?
I just like how we're moving the puck very well. We're earning our lines, get in the zone, get out of the zone. So I think we're doing really well and supporting each other also.
I had a great chat with head coach David Hoff before the game, and he said it's the compete and it's the battle. Those are the kind of things that are the measure of our success today. Do you guys feel you played at a high level of compete and battle?
Oh, yeah, I do. Even though, I think we're competing very well. This team's given us a good challenge, and I think we're taking the challenge on headstrong.
All right, Malik, well, I've talked to you at a few different tournaments before. What does it mean to you to wear the red, white, and blue and represent Team USA on this stage?
Oh, it means everything. It's been a dream of mine since I was a young kid. So just to be on this team and representing my country, it's a great feeling.
Appreciate your time. Thanks so much. Best of luck today.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Malik Jones, Team USA in the driver's seat. 6-0 the score. One more period to go, maybe more. Coming up at Win Sport at the Markham McPhail Center. We'll be back.
Welcome back inside the Winsport Arena here in Calgary, Alberta. Zach Marks and Dave Dawson alongside you here for third period action between Team USA and Team Slovakia. It's the United States with a 6-0 lead after 2 there, Dave.
Yeah, and it's Malik Jones all around the net doing a whole bunch of things like that, setting up, and what a save by Lepacek, who had a great second period. Obviously, goals like that, no chance on. Loses his bearings. Declan Farmer, one of the world's most perennial scorers in para hockey. Mishevitz to Roybal. No chance when you got Brody Roybal going in alone. But Lepacek's done everything he can to hold Slovakia in this, who in their first appearance in Pool A since 2017, I believe it was, they're hanging in there. But I think for them in the period number 3, you want to do some of those little things better. Scoring summary?
Evan Nichols got his first of the tournament from Malik Jones and Josh Pauls. Malik Jones with his 3rd assist, just a minute 10 in. And then Declan Farmer completed the hat trick, making it 4 assists for Malik Jones. And then last but not least, it was a goal by Brody Roybal, making it 6-0. Team USA, as we take a look there at Declan Farmer.
173 career international goals for number 16. He'll have plenty more before his career is over. The Tampa, Florida native, born in 1997. That's around...
He's got 4 years on me.
Okay.
Yeah,
you knew where I was going.
Yeah, he's got 4 years on me. As right in is Jack Wallace. He'll fire one, and that one's off the side of the goal again. Scoreline might be 6-0, but I don't think there's a hungrier player out there right now than Jack Wallace.
You are 100% correct.
As at the red line, and losing his bearings there was Turich, but he got it ahead to a teammate. Long shot in, and that's gloved by Griffin Lamar, who came in, quote-unquote, in relief of Jen Lee.
All right, so again, Zach, here's positive momentum. Slovakia wants to start a period when they're fresh, they're rested, generate some offensive opportunities. There's a good high percentage shot on Lamar and forcing an offside call. Momentum in the game of hockey. Regardless of what game of your hockey you're playing, if you're playing stand-up or para, as you see Holinka heading off the ice, a good shot. USA, what they've been relying on the opening 2 periods, hitting the blue line with numbers and forcing you down low. Now they forced an offside.
They forced an offside that was a 2-line pass, which puts the faceoff inside the American line here. So that will
another
give
offensive zone draw.
Team Slovakia an offensive zone draw. I believe just their 2nd of the game so far. So, you know, Ligdo would love to win this one back and get a long shot on, even if it's a simple stop, just generating that momentum heading into tomorrow against Team China.
And again, the story for Ivan that we talked to in the pregame was build momentum, continue to get better as the game goes on. I would argue Slovakia is better now than they were in the opening minute of period 1.
Declan Farmer racing into the zone, cuts to the middle, still with possession, dishes off, and Nichols puts it off the side of the goal. He's going to be seeing that one in bed tonight as a yawning cage behind a goaltending change. Miroslav Pastucha now in between the pipes for Team Slovakia as a solid effort from Lepacek. But Evan Nichols so close to his 2nd of the game.
You're not going to get a more open net than that.
It stays 6-0. And maybe a little bit of puck luck there for Team Slovakia. We'll see if they can generate anything out of that. But right now we've got a board battle on the near side wall there. Finally it pops free, and it's Declan Farmer again. Dishes for Douglas. Douglas time, space. A shot, and he scores. Chris Douglas underneath the pad of Pastucha. And it is 7-0, Team USA.
And a good break for Team USA and weathering the storm and coming back and putting one on net. A bad break there for Slovakia. You wanted, if you're them, to gain a bit of momentum, and Douglas puts one on right underneath, just under the sled. They're more behind the body of Miroslav Pastucha, who came in relief of Lepacek. Pastucha was 2-0 in the tournament in the Worlds last year. So 7-0 the score, but a good start again to the period for Slovakia. They got a good chance, they got a good save, and an early goal for Team USA. You're not going to stop Team USA from scoring. I think any coach at this pair level will know that. It's about limiting their damage.
No doubt about that, and as of yet, the damage is 7, so one of the more popular American sports, football. I believe that's called a touchdown there, partner. So they've converted the PAT, so to speak, and they'll look to make it a 2-point conversion here as they race in. Roybal after it. First to it, though, is Wojtek. Stolen away, Wallace went for the Michigan, and that one just missed. As couldn't quite get the right curve on that stick before flipping it towards the goal. But he's got it again on that corner, and I'll be surprised if I see Jack Wallace leave the ice surface here in this third period. Musselman has possession for Team USA, dishes it back to Josh Pauls. Off the boards, finds Mashevitz. Mashevitz into the middle, too far ahead of Wallace. And now it's Musselman. Nearly lost an edge. Puck finds its way right back to Wallace. Fed down low, Musselman working right in, and he scores! Ben Musselman, 8-0 USA.
More puck possession. Zach leads to a short side offering, and the goaltender Pastucha puts his hands up, and Slovakia just feels like it's never going to end. Wallace shakes off that defender. What did I say about Jack Wallace? In my opinion, and mine only, maybe one of the best two-way players in all of parasport. He does so many things well, offensively, defensively, hard to knock off pucks. Great shot by Musselman, right underneath the glove hand on the low side. Difficult spot to stop one short side, and it's 8-0.
Musselman had just one goal at last year's tournament, and he's matched that in game number 1 as Team USA continues to pile on the offense here in game 1.
Musselman's 9th goal internationally, and now his 22nd game.
It's Team USA with possession again. Eustace, who opened the scoring, fires a shot over top the goal, and it'll rim all the way back to Douglas at the blue line, who holds it in. And with Sherrick losing his stick, Dodson with possession, drops for Eustace. Eustace with speed, puts it down low, deflected just wide by Kevin McKee. Ferencik now off the boards to the blue line. That'll be held in by Dodson. And now Eustace again with possession. All over things here on this shift. Fires a shot that's fought off by Pastucha. And now will roll its way to Grove, who works in from the blue line. Centers in front and just rolled off the stick of David Eustace. Pass blocked by Slovakia at the blue line. And that appeared to come out. Indeed it did, so Grove will just fire it back in.
Yeah, and gives a great chance for Slovakia to work on a breakout, okay? Right through center. Let's see if we can do well. All right, a good entry. That's something to build on. Dump it in. Get some of our skaters to reposition themselves.
Nice read there by Stashik to take that pass from Nichols away and fire it in behind the net of Griffin Lamar. Pushed ahead, and that will trickle into the neutral zone once more. Slovakia with possession. Wojtek watched closely there by Farmer, and now he's got possession, does number 16. Declan Farmer in on the right-hand side. Farmer feeds it across for Nichols, and that one went off his sled and will trickle right on to goaltender Miroslav Pastucha for a whistle, and that'll take us to break. 8-0. The United States lead Team Slovakia here in the third period of Game 1 at the 2024 Calgary Paris.
They're Evan Nichols has been all around the net in period number 2. That one just couldn't corral it. Zach also to start the period, he had one on the post that he just couldn't put in as well. So Team USA again coming at you with a lot of pressure. The defending perennial champions year after year, but for Team Slovakia, I've really loved the progression of their game from opening puck drop to where they are now. I think when you match them up against some of these other countries throughout the tournament, they're going to be just fine. Starting the tournament against a giant like USA, if anything, might have served Slovakia well to know here's where we want to get to.
Yeah, as mentioned, they'll take on Team China tomorrow in their second game of the tournament. China coming up next at 1:30 here local time. They'll take on Korea in their opening match of the preliminary round. Team USA looking to add on here. Pass in front. Farmer time space, and he scores. Declan Farmer makes it 4 for himself, 9 for the United States with 10:24 to go here in the third.
Yeah, a lot of real estate in and around the goal mouth there, and Miroslav Pastucha again Declan Farmer 1-on-3, 1-on-4 is likely going to score in most situations, and going from right hand to left hand, impossible to defend in the para game. Look at this stick work, just protecting it, much like you would see in stand-up hockey, a player protecting the puck, putting his stick in close to his skates. Big smile on his face. I've had the absolute privilege, and let me tell you, it's a privilege to meet some of these Olympians. Declan Farmer, one of the most professional, intelligent, well-spoken gentlemen you'll ever come across in any Olympic sport, para and Olympics.
As he's got 4 here on opening day. As that puck finds its way down, they're going to wave off icing. Nearly a miscue there for Team USA, and number 16's got it again. 4 goals already, centers for Jones. But that puck stolen away by Team Slovakia. Corman to the line, held in by Wallace. Wallace will dish for Farmer. Farmer can't get a shot away. And now still somehow has possession of that puck.
Yep.
The stick handling from Declan Farmer is impeccable, as he'll feed that one down low, peel off on a change as Brody Roybal takes over. So those two, they played on a line together at the Para Hockey Cup back in December and just dominated the tournament. Team USA going 5-0, including a shutout of Team Canada in the gold medal game.
5-0, which was the score. The
But
closest margin in that tournament, all 3-goal games, nothing more than 3.
But as Team USA splitting them up here early in this one, at the very least. We'll see if that changes moving into the rest of the tournament. But Roybal running his own line, so to speak, here in this one.
And when it comes to puck possession, few do it better than Declan Farmer. Look at this. 3 players all around him. Nope, no problem, no panic. Just a quick move. And again, that conversation you and I, Zach, had with David Hoff in the tunnel this morning, he said Declan Farmer is the best guy at compete. All the players want to raise their level to Declan Farmer standards. Not always the case for a player who's got that offensive prowess, but speaks volumes to the character of 16.
Face-off won by Slovakia, but the clearing attempt hit a body en route, and that allows Team USA to go to work on the forecheck once again. And there's one of the more recent goal scorers, Ben Musselman. He's got it, flips it ahead for Noah Grove. Grove has been good, has not found the score sheet quite yet. Oh, heavy reverse check thrown there by Roybal onto Corman, as those two continue to battle down low, but it's Team USA who come away with possession. Mashevitz lost it in his sled for a moment, but now is able to feed it down low for Musselman. He's knocked off stride by the captain, Ligda, and that's going to be a penalty against Team Slovakia. Team USA with possession. It's touched up by Corman, and that'll be our first penalty of the game.
Teeing.
That'll be a teeing call.
So if you're new to the sport of para hockey, teeing, you cannot put your sleds perpendicular and make contact to one another. You can go parallel. You can go close to that as you have a look at Ivan Hrichko on the bench for Slovakia. So there's the perpendicular contact. So power play for Team USA is going to work. And at last year's Worlds in Moose Jaw, they were absolutely incredible.
3 for 14 on the man advantage for Team USA. 21%. That ranked 4th in the tournament. Slovakia's penalty kill, meanwhile, albeit in Pool B, they went 9 for 9. And that was tied with Team Japan for first in the tournament. As Team USA going to work for the first time here. Paul's with possession down low. Tried feeding it back to the point. That was cut off and fired the length of the ice by Milos Wericek.
So 11 skaters, or 10 skaters today for Slovakia. They'll have 11 as the tournament wears on. And for them, and again, a great litmus test today starting out against Team USA, who's going to ice the puck on their power play. So that's an advantage. Slovakia, I mentioned earlier about Czechia. I've watched a lot of Czechia. Have built a great relationship with Jacob Novotny, their head coach, and their entire organization. Naturally, these two countries are going to mirror each other a little bit. They play really well defensively. If they get opportunities down low, they want to play physical. They want to wear you down, and they can get pucks around there. They got guys who can score. So let's see how they can respond to your shorthanded.
They did have one shorthanded goal in last year's tournament, as they'll look to get one early here. And taking possession quickly is the aforementioned Wericek. But it's Team USA who control out of the zone and start the rush. McKee in over the line. Drops for Eustace. Time and space, a shot fought off by Pastucha.
No, that is, again, Lepacek back between the pipes.
Oh, so he is. So a brief
I
change.
just noticed that. Yeah.
I don't know if this quantifies the plan that Ivan Hrichko had mentioned before the game, but he's caught us off guard a couple of times
He
so
certainly
far.
has.
How to keep your head up,
He certainly
even when
do.
you're in the broadcast booth.
Yep.
Travis Dodson's got possession, so Lepacka Lepacik, pardon me, back in between the pipes, and a good blocker save there on the most recent shot from David Eustace. Now Dodson's got it. He'll give it down low for Pauls. Pauls flips it into space. That one out of the reach of Evan Nichols, who's had a couple of grade A chances in this period so far. And I'm sure maybe a few jokes on the bench after those misses, but in a 9-0 contest, there are worse things that can happen in a para hockey game. As Farmer looks to make it double digits, he'll dish for Malik Jones, a shot. Fought off by Lepacik.
And again, this is a good defensive collapse here for Slovakia, limiting them to perimeter. That one great chance, Lepacik made a save.
Farmer with a possession again in the middle of the zone. Drops it for Nichols, lost it, and now that will allow Corman to take over. At the blue line, it's out to center, and that is successful. Penalty kill number 1 for Team Slovakia. They're now 1 for 1 in tournament play. League out of the box.
Yeah, a bit of a delay on League to leaving the box. I wonder if maybe he left a little bit earlier. I'm not sure if they had problems at the bench there, but might have had an opportunity to not play a rush.
Farmer right into the zone. Great work here. Tight in shot over top the goal, but again, just that in tight work from Declan Farmer. Second to none in the para game.
He certainly is incredible. There are some great athletes in the 8 countries represented here, Zach, at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Calgary, and you're going to see some incredible athletes in Declan Farmer, absolutely, and among that category.
No Grove with possession for Team USA. As now Roybal flips it into the path of Mashevitz, and it will be Ben Musselman who comes in instead to take over. His pass interrupted there by a Czech, Mikhail Holinka, throwing the body around as Musselman works right in, shoots. Pad save made by Lepacik. And now a pass back to the line. Douglas had his shot blocked, gets the rebound, another effort put wide of the target. And now Slovakia with possession. Check thrown on the half wall here. A little over 5 to play here in the third period. Team USA with a 9-0 lead, and a lead on the shot clock that currently stands at 24-1.
Well, it's interesting. Slovakia started the Worlds in October with a 21-1 shot advantage over Kazakhstan and a 10-1 victory. So on the other end here, but obviously Pool A, not Pool B. I do like the response, Zach. I've said that a number of times today, and I'm not saying that just for the matter of fact. Slovakia has gotten better throughout this hockey game.
And you can certainly tell that the fatigue levels are starting to grow a little bit with that short bench, and plus a little bit further travel than Team USA would have had.
Just slightly, you think, eh?
Yeah, just a bit. As that'll be Wallace who comes in to collect.
Age is also going to make a difference as well, Zach. The youngest player on this group is born in 1998. So
Eustace.
For Slovakia, excuse me. It's Corman's youngest player. On the other side for Team USA, they got quite a bit of youth there. So
as now Dodson works it in. Nice move to avoid a check. And now collects it in the corner. Couldn't dodge that one, though, as Milos Weczarek able to close down on Travis Dodson and now force a battle down low. McKee's tied up, and the puck pops free. Wojtek can't clear, though. Pauls will go back to the line. Now Wallace, right in, puts it towards the net. That one just missed the stick of Dodson. Now pushed back to the line. And who else? The captain, Pauls. Kept it in, but couldn't find a teammate. Corman, as mentioned, the youngest member of this Slovakian roster. And the puck stolen away from him. Kevin McKee with it. Down low, centering feed. Eustace hit the goal post. As Team USA close to the 10th of this game with 3 1/4 left in the third period.
How many goal posts today? 3?
I believe so. 1 crossbar and 2 posts, if my memory serves. Kevin McKee looking to add to the goal total instead of the post total, but that pass in front does not connect. And Slovakia will take back possession. And a quick pass ahead will miss everybody. Ligda's going to give chase, but it will be an icing call against Slovakia.
And Slovakia's game so far, physicality, I think, is something they want to be able to assert. There's some contact there. Again, if you're new to this, the para sport, how about Brody Roybal with the forearm shiver, the big body you don't want to engage with. It's really difficult to engage in contact and not go perpendicular. That's what makes these athletes so elite. And I think for Slovakia moving forward, when you have groups like Italy or Korea or Czechia you're playing against, physicality will give them an advantage.
Puck flipped ahead. That one nearly caught Grove in the mask, but instead will roll the length of the ice. Icing is waved off as Grove could have played it, but chose to duck out of the way of that piece of vulcanized rubber. Now Malik Jones going after it. Gets there ahead of Ferencik. On the half wall, tie up, and that's taken away by Douglas. Flip down low, just out of the reach of Jones. Now, nice stick there from Farmer. He's got it, he shoots, and that's a crossbar. Ties the post crossbar tally at 2 apiece, but it stays out, and now the puck in a cluster of bodies. It's underneath somebody. Finally, it's found and knocked to the near side half wall.
I hope we get a whistle before the end of the game, Zach Marks, because I've already said enough about Declan Farmer today. This will show you how skilled number 16 is.
Team USA still with possession here, under 2 to play in the third period. Malik Jones working right in, passes across, and Nichols swings and misses that one. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. That caught a Slovakian player ahead of time. If that's at full speed, I think he connects perfectly with that. It's 10-0 USA. Instead, Douglas flips it just out of the reach of Jones, and now Roybal joins his teammates and in fact is now on a solo mission here as number 4 as he works around the net, turning, shooting. That got blocked by Ferencik. And now it'll be flipped out to center ice where Musselman will take over. Team USA just a few more seconds away from their first win at the 2024 World Championships. That pass for Wallace, and he scores! Jack Wallace makes it 10, and he's finally on the board. He's number 8 with 1:03 to go in the third.
Wow.
He left no doubt about that one.
Look at, first of all, how about Declan Farmer? Whoop! Just flips it to itself, gets out in front, blocked. Brody Roybal, 1-on-5, waits for his team to change. Side of the net, Jack Wallace, while making a change, brings it in, makes no mistake, and pops it home.
That might have hit all 3 posts before finding.
Unbelievable.
Which I think would sum up Jack Wallace's day. He's hit some posts, he's had some great chances, but he's finally on the board here.
And I would argue, in all my years covering para with Hockey Canada, Jack Wallace might be my favorite interview, and we'll likely catch up with him after the game today. Just such an incredible ambassador for para hockey, a great American, and a great person.
And he's got the puck again as he works right in, does number 8. And now he's, well, it's actually 2 versus 5 here, and he's drawn a penalty against Wojtek. And there's another example of the fatigue playing a factor. Dodson's got possession. Delayed penalty coming up here against Slovakia.
I think Team USA is just going to possess the puck, run the clock out. There's no need for them. Okay.
Or not.
Never mind, right on cue.
That one flipped right into the body of Wicherik, and it will be Eric Wojtek who heads off. I believe it's a holding penalty.
That's obviously a sign of fatigue in any sport.
And yeah, sure enough, just grabbing with that open hand, trying to keep Wallace away, and it's Jack Wallace who's got the most recent goal and now has drawn a penalty.
What doesn't he do well? Very, very similar. A bit of an Anton Jacobs-Webb, Tyler McGregor, Team Canada, and again, so many tremendous athletes in this sport that we're going to have a look at throughout this great tournament. Game number 1, day number 1.
Face-off won by Team USA. We'll see what the mentality is here for the U.S. Obviously, game is very much out of reach. Time's running out, but well, you never know. That power play number may matter to them in the room. Already 0 for 1 so far here. Looks like they're content to keep this to the outside with just over 10 seconds to go. Maybe look for one shot from McKee. Nope, he's going to peel back, and Team USA will hold on to possession here. Eustace, maybe one last little look. Dishes off. It's behind McKee, and the buzzer sounds as Team USA start their gold medal defense with a 10-0 victory over Team Slovakia here on day number 1.
So Griffin Lamar gets the 1 save shutout. I'll add to his statistics, and Lepacek between the pipes. They gave a little bit of action to Pastucha. Lepacek did most of the heavy lifting. So the Americans, again, the perennial powerhouse coming in. I don't think anybody coming into this game didn't expect to be a little bit out of reach on USA's favor. But if you're looking at it from a Slovakian perspective, again, their game plan. I guarantee you, in chatting with their head coach before the game, he wouldn't give up the game plan. I guarantee you it was going to be limit the amount of damage as the game wears on, build positive habits. In my opinion, Slovakia did just that as we go in-house for the player of the game announcement.
Le pointage final. Team Slovakia, équipe Slovakia 0. Team USA 10, États-Unis 10. Parafans, please direct your attention to center ice for tonight's closing ceremonies. The best player from each team will be awarded a classic white cowboy hat provided by Calgary Tourism that symbolizes hospitality. In addition, the best player will also receive a beaded honor feather handcrafted by Moonstone Creation, which is owned by Yvonne Yobin. Moonstone Creation is proudly Indigenous owned and operated and champions authentic, handcrafted Indigenous art. The awards will be presented by Maya Van Bemmel and Chris Olsen, Chief Classifiers of the 2024 Para World Ice Hockey Championships. The best player of Team Slovakia is number 18, Edouard Lupacek.
Lipacek with the player of the game nod. He was stellar in between the pipes, regardless of what the score line says. Could have been a whole lot larger if not for some of the spectacular saves he was able to pull out.
How about that save, I believe, was in the second period that he used his stick to knock it out in the air, and they played a little more confident in behind when Lipacek was back there between the pipes today, and I love the decision of getting Pastucha a touch, but he's going to be the guy, I would imagine, who is going to be doing the heavy lifting for them throughout the tournament.
The best player for Team United States is number 16, Declan Farmer.
And to absolutely nobody's surprise, the man with 4 goals picks up player of the game for Team USA, and I'm not sure whether he agrees with it or not, but he'll go down the line, take the fist bumps, and collect his cowboy hat. Well, number 16.
Declan Farmer is so humble, right? He's a guy that's going to deflect everything towards the team. I want to get in this comment on Declan Farmer before the end of the game. I asked him at the Para Hockey Cup a couple years ago, I said, hey, how do you play in those games that are 10-0, 11-0? He said, it's different in para hockey. We want to raise other countries up to our level, so we want to let them know, and the other countries also know that that's exactly what they're trying to do. So it's a matter of respect, and lots of respect for the 16.
10-0 the final here at the Win Sport. We'll step aside before being joined by Jack Wallace. You're watching the 2024 World Para Hockey Championships.
We would now ask that you please rise.